Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we are going to talk about the market because it is in a very big red, and the day before yesterday we were very bullish. Now everything is changing. Also we are going to talk about the gaming guild on Elrond, this new venture or new project, and I want to discuss what I think it is and how it will help Elrond network and other projects on Elrond network. But before all that, I want to thank Edward from ZoidPay to joining me yesterday on this live, ask me anything, and dropping some insane announcements. So thank you, Edward, and everyone who wasn't there, everybody who couldn't tune in, you can find the link in the description and just watch it because the announcements are mind-blowing. So let's go forward and check what is happening on the market because it is in red. Bitcoin is at the 36,000 something. It was already in 35 as well, and yeah, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. It seems that we are breaking, or we already broke, the last resistance, which I was thinking that is the upward trend for this bull market. Now we are at the edge. I'm not gonna tell you again that this is not a lower low because it is very bearish. However, every time when we are dropping, and this was the same here as well, I don't know if you can see some kind of let's say similarity between this and these three, because it could happen that we turn back. Now I don't want to bring false hope. There is always a possibility to turn around. There is always a possibility that the price drops enough for somebody to buy in or some big news to come in. But as it stands right now, it seems that we are going down. Obviously the big resistance, the next one is the 34 something, 34.35, after that the 30k, and the one which I think will be the bottom, or we will be near that if we go full recession zone. And the reason I said recession zone is because we have other things to discuss as well, will be probably the previous all-time high, which was around 20,000. Now I know this is scary, but I will be honest with you, I am happy that Bitcoin made a move. I'm not happy that it did it in the downtrend, that it is dropping, but the sideways movement is the worst. I think it's the most boring, and that is what drives people from crypto away. Now, obviously, this is a shakeout for many people, mostly for those who bought in this next or second all-time high. This is the market. Everyone needs to consider the risks. So am I bullish right now? Well, I am not. And the reason I'm not is because of the following. S&P 500 ETF trust. Can you see this turnaround, this head? So the problem is that this is not a big crash as it was in the corona. It is a slow downtrend. Same can be seen on the S&P 500. As you can see, here is the pandemic start, let's say, and before that we had this 2008, which was also a slow downtrend. Therefore it is not promising. UK 100 is doing better because it could almost put in a new all-time high, but it failed, and now it seems that it wants to go down. On the 3-day we are witnessing a double header, which is obviously a bearish sign. The DAX, the German DAX, as you can see, cannot even go back to the all-time high. Since this year January, it is just going down. So this could be the start of the recession. Probably the recession has already started. It can be seen on the rates of the banks. They are raising the rates for mortgages, for example. I could see that couple months ago, like 3 months ago, it was around 4 and 5%. Now it is going up to the 6 and 7s. That is a very good sign that the recession is at the doorstep. Also, the unemployment is very low, meaning that everyone has money, everyone gets money, and they are spending it, meaning that they are also pumping the recession. Now, let's not forget about the pandemic, because a lot of money was printed. That is why the inflation is so high, and yeah, the market reacts. Therefore, it is very probable that we will see this stagflation for sometimes couple of years, and we could have this kind of downtrend or sideways movement of the indexes of the economy for maybe a decade. It is possible, and it is something which we need to take in account. Now, if we go back to the 2008, for example, which was a big recession. As you can see, the next time when the DAX index, for example, reached another all-time high was somewhere in 2011, but that just turned it back, just went down again, and after that it could break it in 2013. That was 5 years. On the S&P 500 it is the same. The next time it could just break the all-time high, meaning that the economy started to grow fast and in a stable pace, let's say. That was in 2013, again 5 years. Therefore we could see the next 5 years that the economy will go down, and that is obviously not going to be a good news for anyone, because a lot of companies will go bankrupt, a lot of people will end up without a job, and yeah, we are ahead of very rough time. Therefore, is it good to invest in Bitcoin or not? Or what should you do? Well, Bitcoin, I'm not gonna say it's a safe haven because it will drop in price. However, after it dropped, and as you can see, there is always a turn back, because the economy after a huge drop will start to climb back, and then maybe another retest of the all-time high, drop back, and then climb, and that will be the real all-time high breaker. That could also happen to Bitcoin. I don't really expect Bitcoin to drop below the 20k. I hope that the 30k will also stop it, and we can see that the volatility is much slower or lower than the ones before. That is because of the institutional money, obviously, and that is because now the people who are in crypto, and way more people are in crypto, they are also educated. They know that if they hold it, they don't lose money. They just have to witness their portfolio in a minus, but that can change over time. So it is very important to get educated. It is very important to control your emotions, and it is very important not to put money in crypto or anywhere as an investment which you can't afford to lose, or to not have access to for the next months, years, who knows. So I hope that you understand that, and I hope that everyone is acting accordingly, because it is very important, especially in these times. Now let's go forward and see Elrond. Elrond is at the 122. Obviously this is not looking good, and for me, as I said, the next support is at the 110, maybe 100. That is one of the psychological levels which would say that, okay, Elrond at this price is very cheap. The other one, the one after that, is the 65, maybe 55. That is where I will buy in. I will buy in with a bigger sum again, because for me that is already very cheap. And even though some projects don't go back to their all-time highs, I don't think that Elrond will be among them. I think Elrond has a lot ahead of itself, and they don't really have problems with financing, whether it is a bear market or a bull market. That was also said by Lucian Todea. Therefore, they have my full trust that it is going to be okay. Ethereum, 2700. As you can see, this one is a very big support zone. You can see that we have here this spinning top, which is on the 4-hour chart. Let's see the daily. The daily also shows that people bought in. So this candle wig means that people at this price started to buy in. Therefore, it would be very interesting to see whether it's gonna drop below or not. Obviously, if Bitcoin drops even further, then Ethereum will follow it. Next support zones 2500 and 2100. Now for me, the cheap Ethereum, which is very cheap and I'm gonna buy in, is around the 1600s. We can see that there is a double bottom, which usually is a very strong support, and for me this is the price where I would add to my Ethereum bag. However, I don't add too much because I want to get rid of Ethereum, to be honest. It's just too expensive for me, and there are a lot of other projects which are taking over in the NFT zones, in the metaverse zones. The POS was delayed, so Ethereum for me is a bit risky, even being the second largest coin on the crypto market. So yeah, we will see, but for now on, this is my position. These are the price targets which I'm watching, where I'm gonna buy in, and we will see how the market reacts. Okay, so let's go forward and check what is this Elrond game guild. So the first gaming guild dedicated to the Elrond ecosystem. If somebody doesn't know what guild is, or guild, or how it is pronounced, it is a platform which brings together the games, the gamers, the investors, the NFTs and everything. And you can imagine it, I think, I'm just speculating here from what I read, you can imagine it as a marketplace, some sort of Netflix for gamers and investors and sellers and buyers. So I think that this platform will have certain categories, and you will have to choose what you want to do. You know, you are a gamer, you are a buyer, you are an investor, whatever you are, and then it will just take you to the certain marketplaces or game zones or game platforms, and it will help you to choose which game you want to play. Maybe there will be categories, and there will be like a questionnaire, you know, what kind of game you like, and it will recommend something, or what NFT you want to buy. And I also think that this will be very, very close tied to the NFT marketplace, which will be the native NFT marketplace on Elrond network. So I think this is interesting. Obviously they are from Morningstar Ventures. We know that they are big investors on Elrond network. What I did, I signed up. I want to see what is going to be, and I want to follow it because it could be something very big and very interesting. Probably if somebody will build anything on the Elrond platform which has anything to do with NFTs, games, so on, metaverse, then they will just appear here. So it will be visible to everyone who want to take part of it, and it will be like a search engine maybe. So yeah, very interested. Let's see what is going to be. Thank you for watching. This was all for this week. I will come back with a Stepan update for the first week. I will show you how much money I made, how much I invested in upgrading, and how am I going to do it, and what I think is the best way to do it. Therefore, stay tuned. That will be probably on Monday, if something else, something big doesn't happen. Thank you again for watching, and yeah, see you next time.